Welcome back to another episode of the Easy Breezy Boss Life, where we chat about building a thriving business without losing your mind. I am Lisa Sabala. I'm a virtual assistant and consultant for more than 20 years. And today I want to dive into a crucial shift in mindset that can change the game for you and your business. So let's get right into it. How often have you found yourself staring at your never ending to do list and wondering, when can I do all of this? It's a question that we all ask. When can I do this task? When do I have time to do this task and that task? And we ask this especially when our schedules are packed tighter than a suitcase before a long trip to Europe. But what if I told you that asking, when can I do this, is actually the wrong question? What if instead of asking, when can I do this task, you should start asking instead, who else can do this task? Who can do this task besides me? So instead of asking, when can I do this task, you can start asking, who can do this task besides myself, right? This shift in thinking is the very essence of scaling your business and using your team to move the needle forward for you instead of you putting your solo effort to do everything yourself. It is not about finding more time in your already crammed schedule. It is more about leveraging the talents and the strengths of others. You see, we often fall into the trap of believing that we need to be the best at everything in our business. Like we have to do everything. But the truth is, being the best at everything is not only unrealistic, but it's also exhausting. And well, in truth, it's unsustainable. So imagine this, your overpacked schedule and overflowing calendar might seem like a sign of productivity because there's a lot of things that needs to be done or are getting done. But in reality, is your business getting the best of you? Where is your breathing room? And do you have a breathing room at all? And when do you have your me time? Are you even considering that? It's easy to get caught in a cycle where the sheer volume of tasks prevents you from focusing on what truly matters, like strategic growth and innovation for your business, which is the creative part of building your business. And that should be where your primary role as the CEO lies. What's happening instead is you are spreading yourself too thin and you're feeling fatigued over the business you once loved so much when you first started. The reason why this topic is so close to my heart is because it happened to me too. Because let's be honest, when we're stretched too thin, the quality of our work can also suffer. And it doesn't matter how capable we are, right? You can be the best in the industry, but if you can't somehow find a way to automate your systems, replicate what you do, you will end up stuck and enslaved by your business. Now, unless you figured out a way to magically clone yourself, and if you have, please share your secret, you're going to have to embrace the idea of task delegation. It's time to build your team and farm out those tasks. So how exactly do you do this? My recommendation is to first start by identifying the tasks that take up most of your time, but don't necessarily require your unique skills or expertise. These are the tasks that can be delegated to someone else who might even do them better or faster than you. But I get it, delegating tasks can feel daunting at first. There's a fear of letting go or losing control, and maybe even a little bit of guilt. We worry that if we're not doing everything ourselves, we're somehow failing or not giving our all to our business. But here's the thing, delegation is not about shirking responsibility. It's about being a smart and efficient leader who leverages time. It's about recognizing that your time, your personal time, is best spent on high impact activities that only you can do, like setting the vision for your company or building relationships with your clients and innovating new products or services. Think of it this way. By delegating, you're actually investing in your business's growth. You're giving your team members the opportunity to step up and take ownership and grow their skills too. You are building a team that not only supports your business, but also helps it flourish. And when your team is thriving, your business also thrives, even when you are only partially participating in the daily operations. In short, minimal effort for maximum results. Yes, it is possible, very, very possible, to have minimal effort for maximum results. This is when task delegation becomes your go-to decision every time you conquer your to-do list on the daily. So now the question is, how do you start this journey of task delegation? Simple. Just begin small. Start with one task that you can hand off and see how it goes. Maybe it's something like scheduling social media posts, or maybe managing customer inquiries, or handling routine administrative work. Find someone who has the skills or the potential to learn these tasks and let them take the reins. Like, you can just provide clear instructions and set expectations and then step back. Trust in the capabilities and be open to giving constructive feedback to your team or virtual assistant if needed. Maybe for next week, you can make it a goal to delegate 2 tasks and move that task from your plate to your team's slate or your virtual assistant's slate. And then the following week, you can increase your goal to 3 tasks being delegated, and the next week, make it 4, and so on and so forth. Keep doing this until all your repetitive or recurring tasks have been endorsed entirely to your team. Then you might ask, who's going to oversee all the team's work? Now, this is the time for you to observe which of your team members are stepping up higher than the rest. And this is where you can invest in that person and train them to help you manage the rest of the team. Guess what happens next? You have now turned over accountability to that person by planting them on a leadership post. Instead of asking for multiple updates from different team members, you can just ask the team leader to consolidate all the reports and bring them to you. Then, if irregularities happen, you also only have one point person to reach out to. It's just so much simpler. This is the beauty of task delegation, so I highly recommend that you give it a try. Start small and then work your way up until your daily operations run smoothly by your team. Over time, as you get more comfortable with delegation, you can gradually increase the complexity and maybe the importance or how critical the tasks are, the ones that you're going to be delegating. And guess what? You will likely find that not only does your workload decrease, but the quality of your work improves because you're no longer stretched too thin. So remember, the goal is not to offload tasks because you don't want to do them, but the goal is to create a more efficient and effective workflow. I know this phrase is getting thrown around a lot, but it really is true. You can work smarter and not harder. And isn't that what the easy, breezy boss life is all about? It's about creating a business that supports your life, not the other way around. So the next time that you're overwhelmed by your to-do list, don't ask yourself, when can I do this task? Instead, ask, who can do this besides me? It's a powerful question that can free up your time, it can reduce your stress, and it can set your business on a path to sustainable growth. All right, that's it for today's episode. I hope this discussion has given you some food for thought on how to approach delegation and team building. Remember, it's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. As always, stay easy breezy, and thanks for tuning in to the Easy Breezy Boss Life. Until next time, keep delegating, keep thriving.